the European Grip Championships, World Armlifting Championships, some new world records, and brand new members in the North American Grip Sport Committee. And we're covering all this and more on This Week in Grip. This is Jedd Johnson here. I got Alan Heineck on the phone once again. What do we got here, Alan? Episode 16, brother?
It is, yep.
Awesome, my man. Well, yeah, dude. Throwing down another one today. We got lots of stuff to cover. Great things going on in the world of grip this week. Just want to remind everybody, make sure to hit the like button, the thumbs up button on this video. That helps out the cause quite a bit. The more likes the videos get, the more it will get propagated across YouTube, and the more times grip sport will be thrown right in people's faces. And speaking of that, just keep in mind, guys, the first rule in grip sport is you tell everyone about grip sport. So here we go with episode number 16, Alan. What do you think, man? What was the biggest thing that you saw all week, brother?
Well, that would have to be from the, I guess, the results of one of the competitions that was yesterday, seeing Big Irik's 300-kilogram meat hook deadlift.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Lift, yep. What did you see out there?
Dude, that was right at the top of my list. There's nothing that I could even point to that came even close. I know from having trained on the meat hooks and competed on the meat hooks that you have to be, extremely lucky not to tear yourself up in training so that your skin is healthy for the competition. And, I saw some of the lifts that he put up in training, and they were super easy. And I'm sure, according to him, they were just training lifts, and they were lifts that would have been like high-end, near PR lifts for me on the meat hooks. I think, going by memory, I want to say like 275 or 285 kilos is the highest that I ever got on the meat hooks. And 300 kilos is a number that I was definitely not expecting to hear about being pulled. That's 660 pounds or so. So my hat's off to Big Irik, man. That is just incredible. And we're going to be talking a lot more about that contest. There's lots of other stuff that took place, big highlights and things like that. Before we get into that, I did want to say thank you to everybody. 1,000 Instagram followers now, and just want to say thanks to everybody. If you're on Instagram, look me up. I'm Jedd.Diesel on there as well, so you can find me and follow me. Some stuff that I put up here doesn't come up on the YouTube channel, so make sure to follow there. And then make sure to follow Alan on Instagram as well. What do you go by on Instagram, Alan?
It's just my name, Alan Heineck.
Alan Heineck. Way to get creative with that, brother. Good job. Keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. That's what I like to hear. Hey, Alan, everybody's been asking, man, how's the calf injury? I know that you tore something here recently in your high-intensity Krav Maga classes, so tell us about it, man. How's everything going for you?
It's getting a lot better. Seems to be moving along. I saw a physical therapist. She gave me some stretches to do, some light exercises, some other things to try. I'll see her again in just a couple of weeks, but she's thinking 4 to 6 weeks I should be good to do normal stuff again. So I just kind of take it easy in the meantime, but it hasn't been real limiting. I can still do just about everything I was doing before. So that's a perk. But getting there.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear, man. Good. Did you hear that there's actually a condition out there related to muscular atrophy? Just hopefully you don't ever experience any of this. But did you hear of Steinerism at all?
I've never heard of that. No.
Okay, so there's a guy named Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, pro wrestler, and his gimmick was just like immaculate body, like huge muscular development and everything. And over the years, he's developed this like patch of area on his chest where his muscle has completely deteriorated. And he had like that perfect straight line right down his chest when he was younger, and now that he's older, he's got this big cavity there where there's no. And they were talking about how like he's got it, and a bunch of other wrestlers like Chris Jericho, Kofi Kingston, stuff like that. They all have this area where the muscle is atrophied and decayed, and it's like just bone there. And they were speculating like, what the heck is going on with this guy, right? So yeah. So hopefully that doesn't happen with your calf, brother. Make sure that you listen to your therapist and everything like that. Do what they say, so that you don't want to be walking around with a big calf cavity. You know what I mean? Yep.
Nope, I'll be staying on top of it, that's for sure.
Cool. Good, man. Good luck with all that. And just before we get into everything new from this week, I just wanted to say sorry I didn't put the picture of Ezra Soren into the video last week, man. Crushing those grippers, the youngster going at it. And I ended up forgetting to put that in there at the end of the video, so my apologies there. And then I saw Brixton Maisels put up a Forearm Friday picture this past week, so I'll get that picture in there too. Love seeing the kids doing the grip stuff, so I encourage all of them to keep it up. And don't be afraid to put that hashtag on there, because we'll get the pictures of the kids up as long as the parents don't matter, because that's the future of the sport right there, getting the kids going. So I know we've got a good solid group of kids that come to contests. Many of them compete, and those are competitors for the next 15, 20 years. So wishing all them the best as well. What do you want to cover first, Alan? I've got tons of stuff about the European Grip Championship. You want to start with that?
Yeah, might as well. Let's see what you got.
Okay, cool. So, I don't actually know the placings, but I got a bunch of write-ups. I got one from Paul Savage here. And I think what you're going to see here, we'll kind of be able to compare and contrast the European Grip Championship and the World Armlifting Championship. That's actually probably either still going on right now or has finished up today. But the European Grip Championship was a one-day event that took place yesterday, and to my knowledge, the main promoter and organizer was Eirik, and of course I'm sure he had other people helping him. I just don't know who all was involved. But I got a write-up here from Paul Savage. He says I got second place in the 105 kilo plus class at the European Grip Championships today with such an amazing standard of competitors and an unfortunate injury through most of the prep. My result was as good as I could have hoped for. Fantastic performance from Eirik and a very well-ran competition by him also, top-notch all around. Also, Becca did brilliantly, not just winning the competition, but winning every event in a strong lineup, so very pleased as her coach in terms of performance on the day, and of course very happy for her as her partner also. So I've got a complete write-up here from Becca, which I'll go ahead and read, Alan, if you don't mind.
Yeah, fire away.
Okay, cool. So event one was the Brutalizer, which I believe is a steel rolling handle. I'm not sure where it comes from. Do you know where it comes from,
I thought that was is it not the LGC company? I think it's the LGC Brutalizer. It's got bearings in it and everything like that. It's supposed to be exceptionally,
very possible,
a lot slicker than anything that we encounter over here, from what I've heard.
Yeah, cool. Now, speaking of bearings, dude, have you seen these what do they call those? The fidget. Oh man, fidget spinners. Have you seen these things?
Fidget spinner. No, I haven't heard of that. I am gonna look that up right now, though.
So it's not a grip implement. It's something I guess they're handing these out at school. I guess it's something with a bearing in it, and the kids flip it in their hand. I guess that's the big thing right now, dude. It's like the biggest thing going.
Yep. Yeah. They look neat. Oh, I'm sure my kids are going to want a few $100s worth of those.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So anyway, the first event was the Brutalizer, and this is right from Becca, and I really appreciate her writing this up. She actually typed it up, I think, specifically for us. So thanks for putting the time in on doing that. She says, so I had never used this piece of equipment before. Confident of a win because my FBBC 2.5-inch crusher was well above world record. I like rolling handle events and have strong thumbs. I pulled 50 kilograms first lift and won the event on my first attempt. I went to 55 kilos and a good lift. I then attempted 60 kilograms, which almost locked out, but it hit my leg and they messed up my 30-second timing, meaning I couldn't get to try it with my other hand, but do think I would have got it. So first place, and then second was 42.5 kilos. Event number 2 was the Vulcan Gripper. So I was doing notch 8 and 8 regularly in training, so again was confident of a win. Opened on 7 and 7, but missed it. Went to 6 and 6, easy close. Third attempt was 7 and 7 again and closed it. Happy with it, but the orange spring was harder than ours at home. So first place, she got on that one. Event number 3 was the Blockbuster Pinch. Pulling 33.4 kilograms at home, I was confident of another world record. Warm-ups were good and a solid 28.4, so opened at 29.2 kilograms and a good lift, so world record lift. Went to 31.4 kilograms and missed it on my second attempt. Regrouped, and on my third attempt, I got it. Broke my own world record, 3.5 kilograms above Elizabeth's original world record, so that's Elizabeth Horn. So what'd she get? She got... Okay, so she finished with 31.4 kilograms. How much weight is that, dude?
31.4?
Yeah, race here. Ready to go.
68.42.
Jeez, you're fast. How do you do that, man?
Had to clear out a couple of screens to get there.
There you go.
So
that's a great lift.
Yeah, and she put what improvement was it? That was 3 kilograms over the world record? Is that what she said?
Yeah, it was. I broke my own world record, and it was 3.5 kilograms over Elizabeth's original world record. So it would have been about 28 or so kilograms originally, the original women's world record.
She just destroys these records.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, lots of them went down. Yeah. So she won that event. Event number 4 was Silver Bullet. I hate this event, and it scared me, she says. It's so easy to mess up and had messed it up so many times in training. Only getting one attempt is brutal. But I felt strong today. After about 2 seconds, it almost completely flipped out, so held on for dear life afterwards. Was gutted, as knew I could do more. She just got over just over 12 seconds with the COC2, but that was enough to win the event also. And then the last event, and this is brilliant that they put this in the last event, was the Meathooks, because so often you see people mess their skin up on their hands from this lift. Have you ever done the Meathooks, Alan?
No, I haven't. That's not really one that sounds appealing to me based on some of the horror stories I've heard, actually.
Right. Yeah.
So.
It's basically like I can't remember how thick it is, maybe 3/4 of an inch or something, maybe less. I can't even remember right now, maybe 5/8. But it's basically like 2 of those thin V-bars in each hand, and they look like candy canes. They go under a loaded barbell. Now, one thing that I saw that was really cool, Alan, is the way that they set up the wooden barricades around the weights, the 4-inch barricades, so that they made the judging really, really easy.
Yes, that was a clever thing. Yeah, I really liked how he had that set up.
Yeah, I would look at that as pretty much a best practice, as they used to say in the meat industry where I used to work. So, event number 5 from Becca, she says, I had pulled 170 kilos once in the prep, and this event seemed to be okay for me. Today I started on 150, and it was dodgy. Went to 160, then 170, then 177.5 as the last attempt. All good lifts. The standard was so high with all the girls on this event, and it was a narrow win, but again, a 5th win and overall first place. Really happy with the result in being European Grip Champion 2017. So congratulations, Becca. That is just pure domination in all of those events. You don't hear about that very much, so congratulations going out to you. I also have a write-up here, just a quick one from Thomas Larson. He says, I won the European Grip Championship today in the 105 kilo class. Congrats to Uni Mahonen with a new world record on the Ironmine Blockbuster. And then 47.85 kilograms, ? So he wasn't sure, what the number was, but his recollection was 47.85. I almost got my 48.35 kilograms next time. And again, I don't know what these numbers are. 48.35 times just 2.2. I know that's not complete, but that's 106 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
106 pounds.
That's a lot. Yep. I was trying to figure out.
47.85. 47.85 is 105 pounds. Just amazing. These are huge numbers.
They are. Yeah, I'm trying to find out what the current world record, or well, I guess we know what the previous world record was. 46.6. So yeah, he put a few pounds on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
And I have one more little write-up here. I took a screenshot. This is from Simon P. Stewart. And he says, 3rd place at the year Norway. I was very pleased to represent Denmark and with my placing and results. My main goal was to lift up to my potential and compete smart. Results, Brutalizer, 85 kilos, Vulcan Gripper, level 18, which is 5 springs up on each side, 5 levels up on each side. Blockbuster Pinch, 43.75 kilograms. Captain's of Crush, number 3, Silver Bullet Hold, 10 seconds. Not pleased with this one, he says. And then Meathook Deadlift, 272.5 kilograms. I'm really grateful to, and then I'm going to probably butcher a name, Sinye Loneholt, for bringing the kid and supporting me. Also to Eirik Brun in Jefferson for organizing the excellent competition. It looked like they were in like a gymnasium, like a high school basketball gym or something like that, Alan.
That's the same thing I thought. Yep, that's exactly how it looked. Yep, he had a nice venue for it.
Yeah, I wonder if they played Rambo afterwards. You ever play Rambo?
No, I never did.
So, like, Rambo is like you play on the basketball court in the gym, and you're wearing the flag football tassels. You know, did you have flag football in high school where you have the flags hanging off kind of like a belt? Yes. Yep. Okay. So, like, you have to capture the opponent's flag, right? And the whole gym class is set up in 2 teams. If you go into enemy lines, they can pull your flag, and they have to drop it right down, and then you go to jail. And the only way you can get out of jail is if one of your teammates run and pick up your flag, and then you have to throw the flag through the air into the jail so that somebody from the team can get out or get out of jail. It's a really fun game. Now, what's interesting about this is I was probably playing this back in like 1991, 1992, in like 7th, 8th grade, something like that. And when I was playing, it was my job to go get the flags that people had dropped and then throw them, because I had pretty good arm, and I could throw them without actually going into enemy territory. I could throw them to jail. Well, I threw one, and it went too high, and if you can imagine one of these belts with the flags hanging off it just flying through the air, and it got caught up on the metal complex above one of the basketball hoops that go up and down. You can elevate them, or you can get them completely out of the way, or you can lower them so you can have multiple courts. And dude, I went there for a game when I was in college. So you're looking at like probably 1999 or 2000 when I went to this game, and that I looked up and that flag football belt was still hanging from 1991, 1992.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people can get those down. I think a lot of the maintenance guys and custodians at the school just choose not to.
Right. Dude, you know what else I just remembered? They used to have these balls that had like this gooey stuff on them, and you could throw them, and they would kind of stick to the wall and then like walk their way down the wall. It was like gravity defying.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I remember this kid took one of these balls and threw it up into the gym, same gym, and it stuck to the ceiling, and it didn't come down. Well, I think we had basketball practice later that day, so we're like, it'll fall down. We'll grab it during basketball practice. Dude, it was there for at least 5 to 7.5 years. It was there when I had graduated high school and come back for college again. It was still stuck to the wall. It was unbelievable.
Huh. They must have used a different recipe when they made the goo on that one then.
Yeah, dude. That was like the fidget spinner of 1992. And, like, everybody, you had to have one of those balls. And, like, the bigger it was, like, the more expensive it was.
Sure. Well, yeah, I remember all of that stuff, but it seemed like I never had the sticky ones, though. You'd throw them and they just kind of hit it and then just drop right off was my luck.
That's right. Yeah, mine never worked. I always got the cheap one, and it never really worked. The other one's like, you could throw stuff, it would get the dirt stuck on it. You stick it under the other kid's stuff, you'd stick it in the water for like 5 seconds. All that dirt's gone. For me, the second like a piece of dust got on there, it didn't work anymore.
Yep, so exactly.
I wonder if that's how the fidget spinners are these days. Never know.
Yeah.
I don't have one. What else? Anything else about the European Grip Championships, Alan?
I don't have anything about the Grip Championships, but it looks like at their after party there was a little bit of feeding going on. It looks like Becca smashed the 3-inch Mammoth Grip Tools trilobite record.
Yeah, she pulverized it, dude. It was like a big jump over top. Yeah.
Yeah. A previous one was 76 pounds, and she went and hit 95.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that ought to stand a while, I think. Like her other records. Nice, real strong lady there. Yeah, good stuff out of her.
Yeah, she's got a big future. I don't know what's going on with her silver bullet, but if she's able to figure that out, I'm sure she's gonna. I bet one day she ends up doing a solid hold on the 3.
Right. Yeah, is she a Captain of Crush now on the 2 or the 2.5 at all?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I have to dig into that one. Sure seems like she'd be a candidate with everything else. So.
Yeah, I think it'd be a big showdown to see her go up against like Amy Waddles, for instance.
That would be a good pairing, actually. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of axle she's got or anything. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Cool.
Great. Well, let's go on to the World Armlifting Championships. What do you say?
Sure. Yeah. What do you got there?
Well, I saw, first off, if you follow Bear Grip Russia on Instagram, you will get to see just about every single lift that took place during these competitions. They even put up a live video this morning of the Excalibur backstage. It was a real nice setup. It looked like it was kind of like a conference room maybe at a big hotel, and then the backdrop for the weightlifting, like behind the platform, was a gigantic. It was a banner, but it was more like almost like a mural that they stretched. It was like a canvas mural that they stretched over the wall, so it was like you couldn't see anything behind there besides the mural. And then off to the side, they had like a display, like an e-board that showed who was coming up and what lift they were trying. And then they had a warm-up zone, they called it, back behind that mural, and that's where the live video was coming from for the Excalibur, which the Excalibur looked to be like a V-bar handle that attaches with like a carabiner. So I don't have a lot of specifics, but I did get a couple fragments that were put up on Facebook yesterday. One of them, so it's a 2-day contest, and I was talking about comparing and contrasting. The European Grip Championships was 5 events all done in 1 day. The World Armlifting Championship, I believe, is 6 events total over 2 days. So a little bit different there. And the Europeans was run, well, I don't know how they were run. I guess they were doing the 30-second attempts for some of the lifts. I'm not sure if it was like rising bar for the weightlifting events or what. But anyway, we'll go on to some of these clips here. Ricardo Magni, he's the lone guy from the United States, I guess. Well, that's not true because Clay Oudhaugen went, and then we also had Eric Rusin from Canada. So really, North America was represented pretty well in St. Petersburg this weekend. But he says, tough day for me at the World Armlifting Championships in St. Petersburg, Russia. My best result was a 30-kilogram hub lift for a meet PR in 5th place in that event. I'm filled with pride to stand with the rest of Team North America, Clay Edgen, Oudhaugen, and Eric Rusin. After a 13-hour day at the meet, 13 hours, dude, Time to shower and regroup for tomorrow. So how would you feel if you were at a competition for 13 hours and then had to come back and do it again the next day?
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Yeah, you got to be just destroyed.
Yeah,
there's nothing left. Yep.
So, and then I got another clip from Eric. He had a better day. He says, day one of the APL World Armlifting Championship is in the books. Things are going my way. I competed in 3 events and won 2 golds and a silver. So they actually give out, they kind of do it a little bit different from the way we normally do it here, for instance. They'll give out gold, silver, and bronze for the actual event, kind of like Olympics, like track and field, for instance. He goes, I competed in 3 events and won 2 golds and a silver. Gold in 2 Rolling Thunder divisions, men's 90 kilograms and men's Masters Open. And then I don't know what the Masters category is. I didn't know. I wasn't sure Eric was that old to be in a Masters category. But I
wouldn't have put him there either, actually. Yeah, he seems.
Yeah, I thought he and I were like the same age. But and then silver, the silver. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, dude. That's true. Silver in the silver bullet, a men's under 100 kilo class. I had 600 lift of the day, but he doesn't say what he got. Looking forward to seeing what I can do on day 2. Now, like I said, if you go to Bear Grip Russia on Instagram, you will basically be able to see every single lift, it seems. There was a dude standing there with a camera and took just, endless attempts. And if you go to his Instagram, you'll be able to see all of them. But it's like, okay, so it's bear_grip_Russia. Sorry to say, I don't know how you would possibly pronounce that. So if we look at, looks like there's even more updates here, dude. Man, just amazing, the coverage here. Are you checking this out, Alan? Are you logged in to be able to see this? Or?
Yeah, I am looking at it. I'm just seeing a bunch of pictures and stuff. Oh, yeah, the most recent one I'm seeing was from 14 hours ago. Are you seeing something more recent than that?
This is like from 1 minute ago. I've got the placings here, so there's 2 ladies here. I don't know their names. This is the results for the Apollon Axle, 80 kilograms for the women. And then you've got a first and a second, gold and silver. But I'm not sure who the ladies are. You can see Randall Strassen here on the left. And then I'm not sure who it is, maybe an organizer of some sort on the right, maybe a representative from the APL. I'm not sure on the right-hand side.
Oh, okay. I see where I went wrong. There are two Bear Grip Russia type ones here.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yes. So there is a lot more pictures and stuff here. Oh, yep. You can see Ricardo Magni and all these guys, Clay Edgen, you name them. Yep. Wow. I wish I'd known about this a little earlier. Okay.
So that's a good point. So you're saying there's 2 Bear Grips, and I remember thinking, man, it seems like there was another Bear Grip, but I wasn't sure. So there's a beargrip.ru, and it may very well be the same dude for all I know, because it looks like they're at the same location. But maybe they set up a different account just for coverage of this event. I'm not sure. But if you look down here, Alan, you just I'm on my laptop, so I'm clicking load more. Man, it's just attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt, and they're labeled pretty well. Dude, it was not an easy task to put all this together.
No, this is really nice quality pictures here. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Bear Grip Russia, 90 kilogram, Ode Haugen, USA, good lift. So that's how they're all laid out: the weight, the athlete, where they're from, and either good lift or no lift, and then the rundown of hashtags. So this event here was the Excalibur. Yeah,
it looks like Ricardo brought his fist pump with him. That made the trip.
That's right, dude. It didn't get lost in customs. That's right. I saw it a couple times, brother. Yep. Yep.
Good for him. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Boy, trying to look
so I don't know how many.
There's a lot of people at this, it looks like.
Yeah. That's literally what I was just going to remark about. I don't know how many people are there, but I know that Clay had the baggiest shorts on. It looked like he literally might have stitched an American flag into a pair of shorts on the way overseas on the plane. So if that's true, I mean, good job, Clay. I'm not sure if that's the best work you should be doing before a contest, though, brother. So maybe he did it, ahead of time. We're not sure about that, but
well, they had a lot of implements at this too. It looks like there's a Saxon bar, the hub, that Excalibur looking.
Yep.
That's like an FBBC jug sort of thing, kind of.
Correct.
And, I guess that's mainly what I'm seeing. Yeah, looking at one of Clay's videos right now, pulling on that Excalibur. Yeah. Boy.
Lots of axle attempts here.
Yeah. Well, that looks like a nice place that they're at too. That's definitely not in somebody's backyard. They got a good setup there.
Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
And this platform here, I don't know, like the platform they're lifting on, I don't know how that's built, but I helped a dude assemble one of these when I was out to Spokane last year. They ran an Olympic weightlifting contest out there when I was doing the grip contest out at the Empire Expo or whatever. Empire Fitness. I can't remember what exactly it was called, but this is not too hard to assemble. It's just plywood and a few 2x4s. The dude carried it over the day before, helped him take the wooden stuff, and he assembled it all by himself. So this is something someone can easily do. They were running a contest at a location that didn't have like a concrete floor, or if they were on carpet. So, and then with a grip contest, you don't have the stuff flying around like you do on an Olympic lifting event or in a strongman contest. So you can keep everything pretty well localized. So, yeah, so that's that.
Ode Haugen had some decent lifts. He made 205K on the axle look like nothing.
Real easy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And he had one, I don't know what the weight was, maybe 215, where he got it to lock out, but it looked like maybe he bridged it or braced it on his thigh a little bit too much for the judges, so they didn't quite give it to him. But it was too close. It was a close lift. It was right there. Ardo Uronin is lifting there. You'll see pictures of him. So pictures and videos. So cool stuff. Maybe there'll be even more coming out. I don't know. But pretty good coverage.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
pretty good coverage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully get some write-ups when these guys get back. I'd be curious what that experience was like.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Ricardo had a great article put up about him. I don't know if you saw this, but there was in the online website, santamariasun.com, santamariasun.com. There's an article here. It's titled "Armed for Victory." Pioneer Valley High School teacher Ricardo Magni competes at Armlifting World Championships in Russia. It says, "There's nothing Ricardo Magni does half-heartedly. From teaching to training, Magni aims to compete and succeed, which is why he has the honor of being one of 3 Americans to compete in the Armlifting World Championships on May 12th through 14th in St. Petersburg, Russia. Magni, a science teacher at Pioneer Valley High School, has weightlifted for 21 years. When I started track in college, I was really skinny and weak," he said. "To be a thrower, you had to be big and strong." And so his weightlifting journey began. And I'll let everybody else read the rest of that. But if you go to santamariasun.com, you'll be able to find that article. And if I can remember, maybe I'll even put it into the description box for this episode of This Week in Grip. And Alan, if I forget to do that, you better jump on me, brother. Got to get
Sure.
that up. It's good media, okay?
Yeah.
That about does it for the coverage that I have, bro. Tons of pictures. I'll try to work them into the video. Tons of pictures. Lots of pictures came out, so that was good to see. Our friend Yuha Letimaki was also there. And then there were, countless athletes. I wouldn't even have a clue of how to pronounce their names, unfortunately. But there was a lot of cool stuff happening in the grip world this weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah. Love to have been at some of those competitions. Looks like they have a really good time over there. So
yeah,
yep, awesome.
Yeah, dude. Maybe now would be a good time to welcome the 2 new members of the North American Grip Sport Committee on board. We were with that process. Took a while, but the selections were made, and I'd like to welcome Brian Hunsacker and Maria Becerra to the committee, and should be getting things started rolling with them here pretty soon. And we have a kind of an action register of things that we're going to be working on here. One of them including a brand new website for North American Grip Sport. So hoping to start working on that here pretty soon. So welcome aboard, everybody. And thanks to everybody who applied. There were lots of people that submitted applications for this, and it was a very hard process selecting who we thought would be the best members. We had lots of qualified people that put in for it, and it's hard to say no to anybody. So thanks to everybody that was interested. And it just goes to show you, with so many people interested in coming on to this committee, how good of a future I think that grip sport has in North America, because we have so many people that are interested in helping out. So thanks to everybody.
Well, you picked a couple of good ones. Maria's been real active in things with competitions, and she seems to have a lot of good ideas. And you read some of the things that Brian Hunsacker has put with regards to just some of the research standpoint, where we were talking about some things on the grip board with, there's always like the hand size discussion and a bunch of those things. He's definitely got a solid knowledge base behind him. So I think between the two of them, that'll be a really good addition to that committee. So get some things heading in the right direction.
I think so too. And also want to say that Jared Gogan has stepped down, and wish him all the best in his training. I know that he's got big plans of stuff to do out there in the Northwest, and he's very passionate about grip sport. Thank him for the involvement that he's had. I did hear some kind of disappointing news, bad news. The Oregon Strongest Hands contest that was supposed to be going on, I think, in June, has been canceled. Did you hear about that, Alan?
I only saw a glimpse of that. Jared had posted something in that thread on the grip board. It sounded like it was announced in the Facebook group that they had. I'm not in that Facebook group, so I don't know what exactly had happened. But yeah, that is unfortunate, because there was just a YouTube video put out about it, going through some of the events just a matter of days ago. And so yeah, it looked like things were heading in the right direction. So unfortunately, something came along and put the kibosh on that. That's too bad. Hopefully it gets rescheduled at some point. Because he's clearly got the stuff he needs to do it. So yeah, hopefully it's just a matter of getting back in the saddle. But,
yeah, and hopefully, if something came up where it was a family thing, or a medical emergency or something like that, I hope everything gets worked out, because Michael, that was going to run that, seems very, very passionate also about grip, and he's a real strong dude. Very impressive stuff that he's put up recently on his training numbers. He seems to be coming along real nice in multiple areas. I wish those guys well, and hope everything gets worked out. Aside from that, man, there may be other contests going on, but I don't know. I don't know many of them. Probably the next contest that's taking place is going to be the North American Grip Sport Championship, the Nationals that we call it, on June 3rd, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's the next one that I know about that, and after that would be SJ4 right around the corner too. So
yeah. I was chatting with, I think there's about 95 people going to the South Jersey 4, but I was chatting with Gil this week, seeing what, if any, equipment he needed me to bring. He said that they are up to 17 competitors for nationals, which I believe is about double what we had last year. So, more or less.
How many did he break it down at all? Weight classes?
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I don't have that information. We might be able to do that for next week's
Sure.
episode, but I don't have that information. I didn't even get like a list of names or anything when we were talking this week. So I just know that it was more. I think the last list of people that I saw, there were only like 9 competitors. So it just about doubled over the course of about a week. So there could be more people that end up signing up. We've still got a couple of weeks to go before Nationals is here.
Well, hopefully more women get the memo on this one. You know, I know they had made a push to get more involved, and I know Maria even had sent out individual, messages, at least via Facebook, to make people aware of it. So, hopefully there's more women competitors this year too, even. So
right.
that would be a good thing. All right. Cool. Yeah, yep. I was just curious. I know, last year there wasn't a lot of people that showed up in some of the lighter weight classes. I think like even just one competitor was even like the 83K class, if I'm right. So it'd be nice if there was, a little more competition in there. But yep. Oh, cool. Well, yeah, plenty of time to get signed up yet. A couple weeks. So, and you can even, you can even sign up the day of. Is that right?
It's happened plenty of times in the past.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. So yeah, there's plenty of chance out there yet.
There was one dude that even qualified the morning of. I'm trying to remember who it was. Can't remember right now, but he just came in and kind of set up the lifts that he knew he could do, and he hit them, and boom, he was ready to go.
Nice.
Didn't even really need to warm up that much. Yeah. So, yeah. I saw a pretty cool quote of the week this week, Alan. Let me run this by you, bro. If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough. Now check this out, dude. I know you're not a huge baseball fan, but you know, like when you score, you're actually supposed to touch all the bases, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, do you know what a squeeze bunt is? Do you know what that is?
No, I'm not familiar with that term. No.
Oh, you know what a bunt is, though, right?
Yes.
When they just kind of stick the bat out and dribble it. So a squeeze bunt is when there's a runner on third base and you're trying to bunt, and then the guy from third has to run in home. But it's kind of a high risk type of play in baseball because the ball's right there, and the pitcher can probably pick that ball up real quick, shell it to the catcher, and then the guy from third is out. So they actually ran in this one particular, I think it was a high school game, they ran what's called a suicide squeeze, which the runner on third commits to scoring at home before the ball even, gets bunted. So it's called a suicide squeeze. If they do a pitch out or if the guy doesn't bunt it, he misses it, the catcher already has the ball, and all they have to do is kind of lunge forward and tag the guy out. So they did the suicide squeeze. The batter laid down a good bunt, and then the video, the camera catches, like the guy from third runs in legally, okay, and scores. There was also a guy on second who takes maybe 5 steps from second towards third, and then cuts through the infield, doesn't touch third, just cuts through the infield behind the other infielders and runs down third base and scores maybe 5 feet behind the other runner. It was the biggest. I have never seen anything as cheating from a runner, to that degree. I've never seen anything like that. And I think it was Bobby Heenan, which is probably one of the most famous managers from pro wrestling ever, that I first heard saying, cheating, you're not hard enough, and you're not trying hard enough. And that was posted on that video when I saw it on like Facebook this week. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not condoning cheating and grip bringing that, but you can still get pretty cutthroat with your preparation methods, and sometimes you gotta go a little further than you normally would go in order to get to the next level. So I think it's much more a mentality thing. I'm not really condoning cheating or using pine tar for grippers or anything like that, but be willing to go the next mile in order to progress, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good quote. All right.
There was the first update of the Steel Shredder 2 series came out. Did you see that, buddy?
Actually, no, I hadn't at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that it was just starting, but no updates.
Yep. So David put this out. He says, "Thank you for bearing with us through this difficult time of my daughter's surgery. Number 2 ongoing scores so far out of the 21 competitors. For those of you who have got contest-calibrated scales, I know a few have. If you scale yourself on video before your snap, then your snap will be considered." So open class results, we've got Delmar Carter from the USA, looks to be in the lead, with a 5-inch by 65 millimeter oval nail, snapped in 7 minutes 6 seconds. I don't know what oval means. Maybe there's a shape drawn on the nail to separate them apart. I really don't know. Then we got old Zsolt Hornyak from Hungary, a 5 by 65 oval nail in 12 minutes 57 seconds. Then Stefan Kanak from Germany, 5 by 65 by 3 millimeter wire nail, snapped in 8 minutes 26 seconds. We haven't had any competitors from the women's class or the junior class yet. Those are the only results that we've got so far. I see that there are plenty of other people who have apparently purchased the stock. So I'll run down those names along with the countries. We got Phil Horwood, England; Daniel Strauss, England; Lee Cummings, England; Don Cummings, USA; James Jackson, England; David Wade, England; Jerome Bloom, England; George Stubler, Austria; Delmar Carter, USA; Kirill Vankovich, Russia. We're going to hear more about him later on. Zsolt Hornyak, Hungary; Arpid Nagy, Hungary; Kevin Collin, USA; Simon Stewart, Denmark; Stefan Kanak, Germany. Women, we got Elizabeth Horn, England; Steph Skeggs, England. Juniors, we got Lucy Horn, England; Millie Cummings, England; Erin Cummings, England; and Sally Horn, England, who's going to be bouncing back from her heart surgery and hitting some steel. So looking forward to hearing about how everybody does, especially you, Sally. Looking forward to some videos and pictures. So that's what I got there, Alan.
Nice. Speaking of Jerome Bloom, I heard he picked up one of your, what was it? One of your bull ring hubs.
That's right, brother. That's right. Yeah. It took its good sweet time getting across the ocean too. I don't know what happened there, but we were getting a little worried, man. I don't like to see. I kind of think about these 4-inch bull rings as my little kids, and it wasn't turning up on the radar for quite some time, but it finally got there. So turns out the customs people were holding it hostage, I guess. So they got there safe and sound. I haven't seen anything about any lifts though yet. Did you see anything on that?
I hadn't. I just heard he got it, so I'm anxious to see what kind of numbers he pulls on it.
Yeah, for sure.
It should be pretty epic. Yeah. Yep. Nice.
Yeah, buddy. And then I mentioned Vankovich Kirill. He also got certified on the red nail. Did you see that, buddy?
Oh, I didn't see that he got certified on it. I saw that there was an official red nail attempt.
That's right. Yeah, he bent a red nail. Yes. Whether he's been qualified as fully certified, we're not sure yet. But there could be a delay on that since it looked like Randall was pretty busy with the contest in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. What else? What have you seen, dude? I just kind of burned through some of my notes. What do you got?
Yeah. Got a few things on the grip board. A few new Mass Monster Zeros. Looks like Anton Torella hit the COC3. Neil Bakerless also nailed the COC3. His was a 150-pound one. He flattened it. That was a real easy one for him. Yep. And there's one feat up for vote right now. Martin Braun has a 158-pound elite close on there, 20-millimeter block set. I don't know if you've had a chance to see that one yet or not.
I don't recall. I know he's put up a couple, and one of them I posted, but I can't remember. I can't remember them all, dude.
One of those, but this was another easy one for him where he set it in his hand, took his sweet time swiping the block through the handles, and then shut it and kind of walked up to the camera. So definitely an easy gripper close for him. Yep, for sure.
Cool.
And and Josh O'Dell just posted a 171-pound elite Mass Monster close on the grip board too.
Oh,
that's
big.
Just today
that's
that
good.
one showed up. Yep. So that was all that I had seen on the grip board as of lately. So
Okay.
you catch Sean Kapusta's 81-pound sponge blob lift?
No, I didn't see that. No, I didn't.
Yeah, he just put that on Instagram. I hope he brings that thing to SJ4 with him. It would be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Everybody should have a shot at that. Yeah, nice. And Brian Hunsacker, whose name we just mentioned, he had one I saw. It was using Iron Minds. It looks like it's one of those. I don't know what they call those handles, but they have like a thicker dumbbell handle. And
right.
He had a lift with 230 pounds loaded on that thing. So that's
well, you know what's going on there, dude. You know what he's preparing for.
Well, he says he's training for the inch dumbbell.
Yeah, dude. He just bought one. He just picked one up from us. It's going to be pretty soon, and I can't wait to see what he's able to do with it.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna lift it. I mean, he should be putting plates on the globes and lifting it. That would be my first attempt if I was in his shoes. I wouldn't even screw around lifting it bare. I'd just go straight for the hard challenge. Yep.
Yeah.
He's got it in him. With everything else he's done, there's no doubt, you know. So, yeah. Hopefully we see some videos posted too. Yep. So he went with the Slater bell. Is that what he got, or did he get one of the Death Grip bells?
It's it's one of the Slater inch dumbbells.
Okay.
Yeah. Which they're a tough lift. They have a better they have a slicker finish to them on the handle, so they're a tough lift. They're kind of in between like the Selene inch and the really slick inch that I have that I believe is an Iron Mind inch dumbbell. So, but I don't think it's going to be, tough enough that he won't be able to get it. I think he'll probably.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. Do they run heavy?
Yeah.
Or they fall right in?
No, they're pretty close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like right around the 170, 173 range. So,
cool.
Yeah, they're pretty good. So, yep. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, no, I predict some hand-to-hand tosses with that thing, but we'll see what his creativity does for him here.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff.
Yep, for sure. Maybe see like a farmer's walk out of him, blob inch farmer's walk, something like that.
Well, yeah, you should have tried to upsell him, because a guy with his skills, one isn't going to be enough. He's definitely going to need another.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Double it up.
No. And that was pretty much what I had. The one neat thing I thought that came through on Instagram was Uncomfortably Strong showed a flask and Rolling Thunder pull-up. Little combination lift there. So yeah, that was neat. He's got some great body weight exercises going on. Real strong dude.
Well, and I highlighted him too because he was using the deloading method for the one arm pull-up as well on a Rolling Thunder. So yeah, he's been putting up a series of really good training videos, some highlights from his training on that stuff, the pull-up variations. Yeah. So another bending video from get it right, Anya Tetzner. It's one of the students that works with Ben Mattingly over in the UK. And it's and she bent the blue nail in Iron Mind pads under authentic conditions. So that's pretty rare. You don't hear about the ladies bending blue nails very often. So congratulations to her. And I friended her up. So I don't know if she does other grip stuff or not. The only stuff that I've seen out of her has been stuff that Ben has shared. So maybe we've got someone that could possibly go head-to-head against Becca at some point in some of the competitions.
Right. Yeah, does Becca do any bending? Had you heard? I don't remember seeing anything like that out of her.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure.
Okay.
It'd be interesting to see what she could do, though.
Yeah, it might be a natural.
Serious horsepower. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Mark Snape. You know that name? Mark Snape? S-N-A-P-E?
I know the name. Yeah. Where do I know that name from now?
He is a UK guy, a British dude. You know, and I use that term not knowing exactly what countries are in that little grouping. So if he's from Scotland and that's not really the UK or whatever, then I apologize. But he's like a strongman power lifter dude who dabbles in grip, and he put up a video of a 150 kilogram deadlift with Fat Grips Extremes on the barbell the other day. Pretty impressive stuff.
Oh yeah, who else just did something like that too? There was one other. I didn't catch. Maybe that was the guy. There was. We've been seeing a lot of Fat Grips Extremes deadlifts here lately.
Yeah, lots of Fat Grip stuff. Yeah, lots of Fat Grip stuff going on.
Yeah, I don't know who posted the other one. I can't even remember. Yep.
I know that Todd B. Craft, the Northwest Grip Enthusiast group on Facebook, he put up an interesting use for the Fat Grips Blues on his push mower. He was getting some grip work in on his push mower.
Nice. That reminds me of a type of thing that I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's Paris. What is it? Janicek? He's on the grip board, but he has a lawn mowing technique that involves a pinching type of. It's a pinching push of the lawnmower.
Really?
Just an unorthodox way of working his grip. Yeah, it was something he had posted on the grip board. It was probably a while back, a couple of years ago, maybe even. But it seems like he's got some real interesting training techniques. So
that's cool.
And a strong guy, so they seem to work for him.
Yeah, there were some crazy things posted this week. Somebody put up, and I don't know who it was. I didn't take enough notes, but someone put up a post where they had their little, not an iPad, but it was some kind of device locked in blue Fat Grips, and it allowed it to stand up, so it didn't have to be leaning against anything. I thought that was pretty cool. I saw Odd Quad, the guy that we talked about a couple weeks ago. He was doing like a sled drag and had his daughter on the sled. Looked like she was just about getting whiplash from it, but she looked like she was having fun being involved with her dad. And then Odd Quad also put up a homemade stub device. I think it was kind of similar to what Andrew Pankey talked about a week or two ago. To build a sub so you can get like a suitable workaround if you don't have the actual device. So you want to check out his page if you want to build one of those devices as well. Yeah,
that's a real nice one. Yep. That's a clever idea. I'm glad Andrew Pankey put that out there too, because that's going to make it a lot easier. I really think that's one implement that a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on before they show up at a competition and take a pull on it for the first time. There's going to be some surprised looks on people's faces, I think, when they first grab that thing.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, you can't underestimate that, man. That's like nothing else that is out there. It's very, it's all to its own.
Really?
So.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So you saw James Fuller rise to our challenge for the card tearing.
Yeah, man, I did. That's guts right there. Taking the challenge, and he went for it.
Yep. Yeah, right in his vehicle, and he hit it. Hey, I mean, he's got it, to just randomly grab him and go after it. So, yeah, a little practice. He's going to be just like the other guys out there for sure. Nice.
Yeah. Hope he sticks with it. If he focuses on it like he has the hub lifting, I mean, gee whiz.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's just been insane. He put like what was the 5-inch hub that he curled 45s in each hand? Did you see that one?
Oh, I probably did. Yeah, I get lost in some of that stuff because he's constantly doing, the hub lifts and that strongman stuff. I see so much of it, it just it almost turns into a blur after a little while. Yeah. So, lots of good content out of him. I love watching his training videos. Great ideas.
Yeah, it's an onslaught of hub feats. And then I saw a post from Dave Whitley, the Iron Tamer. We don't see much from him, and he put up a double slim lever. I didn't record like what the hammers were, but he had like the legit slim setup where the hammers are connected together with bolts, and then started with them on the floor, levered them to his head, stood up, and then they were vertical, and then he did like the face lever down to his forehead and then back up. He did one that's like the long slim lever. So that was pretty cool. And then a longtime friend of mine and mentor, Pat Povolitis, he put up a picture this week. The dude has broken so many Louisville sluggers over his head that he was using the shrapnel bats that he's broken over his head for campfire kindling this past week.
Oh, wow. That'd be some good wood for that.
Yeah.
Nice hard stuff. Funny. How many? That must be an impressive pile he'd have saved up through the years.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think he does one in just about every show. So
wow.
there were at least 2, maybe 3 broken bats in his like outside campfire thingy. So
nice.
Pat Maisels, the man with the pocket on his tricep shirt, saw some work he put in this week. 286 by 5 on his axle, overhand axle. So he's getting ready for nationals. We were talking about possibly jumping in for a carpool for nationals, but his plans changed just a little bit. So it looks like he's going to be flying down, and then of course I'm planning on driving. So we're not going to be going down together, but looking forward to seeing him competing as well as the crew that he's bringing down. I think he's bringing like 3 or 4 dudes with him. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool indeed. It would be like a Maryland crew swinging down to Nashville.
Yeah. Is Luke going this year?
Nope, he's got stuff going on. He's getting married, dude. He's getting married, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if his fiance is cracking the whip, putting him to work or what. I'm not quite sure, but
sure.
You know how it is. You know how it is, man. That leash tightens shortens, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not everybody's lucky as you and me, and has like these understanding wives that let us just run all over the country doing whatever we want to for grip. You know.
Yep.
So, his fiance Brittany is a sweetheart, and I think he's just got a lot of stuff to do in preparation for the wedding, so he didn't commit to nationals this year with it being such a long drive. But he is planning on going to South Jersey 4, so you'll be meeting him in July.
Yep. Cool.
Speaking of an onslaught of lifts, just like with James Fuller and all the hub stuff he's been putting out, you got to keep an eye on this Adam Bushaway and Jerome Bloom. If you're not already watching, my gosh, dude. Hub, slaughter, horn lifts. I mean, Adam Bushaway is exceeding world record lifts every single week in some of the stuff that he's putting up on some of these holds for time. I mean, he's just an endurance master right now for some of these grip lifts. So he posts a lot of it in the grip strength group. So if you're not a member of that, you got to join, brother. You got to join. Anybody listening, go look for grip strength on Facebook. You got to join that group. There's over 1,000 members. You got to get in there. And that, dude, whew, look at that, man. Not a drop left. Completely bled dry. I just do a second look here, man. Gee whiz. No, man, it's like it's all gone. It's like the vampires came and drained me completely clear, brother.
Yep.
So
I'm cleared out myself.
Turn it over to you, brother. Yeah.
Yep. I was just taking one more last look, but no, that looks like it. So, all right.
Like, subscribe, and use the hashtag, man.
Yep. Well, that's it for this week in grip number 16, everybody. Congratulations again for Becca on her big win and her new world records. That's some awesome stuff. She's real strong. I think we're going to see those records stand for a while. Lots of good work out of her. Congratulations, Irick and Thomas Larson, on your wins. Paul, way to go on that second place. And another congrats to Brian and Maria for getting on board the NAGS committee. Looking to see what that's going to bring us all. So yeah, everybody, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video, and we'll be back again next week with some more.